Welcome back to Sonic Colors with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Puggy. So, in this episode, we will finish Planet Wisp and indeed fight the boss. But firstly, we have to get through the last three acts, which are interesting actually. Firstly, Act 4 has us doing a bit of sliding and everything. Thankfully no jumping, unless you mean jumping a ramp for the first part anyway. And then we get a few usages of the, well, further on, the Rocket Wisp. And if you want to get all of the red rings, you will have to use the Rocket Wisp well in this stage. Seriously. Including for that one, you just saw that one red ring there. Because we have a kind of a moving platform of various things. Firstly, some egg pawns, some rings, and a laser wisp, sorry, not a wisp, and another red ring. As I say, I'm not getting all of them, I've already said that, but it's there, I guess. So yeah, and towards the end of it, this is where it gets tough, because we have to use the laser wisp to propel Sonic in the towards the upper left, where if you want to get the red ring. And you know what I said with Sonic's problem of aiming with the laser wisp. And for whatever reason, that platform always goes upwards. Seemingly I didn't do too badly here, so let's go over to the red ring firstly. And now I actually want to use the Rocket Wisp to shoot Sonic straight up, because I'm skipping a huge part of the level there. Seriously, just to get up here towards the goal ring. And then I've been knocked back. Yay! But yes, you can skip a huge part of the level because of that. Unfortunately, because I've run out of tails, the yellow fox cannot save my ass anymore. Unless I find any more tokens, that is. Seriously. I don't know what to think about the thing, because if you die, you just get sent back to a checkpoint anyway, so that isn't really a problem. Seriously. It's not like in the original Sonic Colors where you can get a game over. And even if you do get a game over in those games, you have infinite continues. Seriously, continues in Sonic games have not been a thing since, dare I say, even the 16-bit era of the Sega Mega Drive and everything, so yeah. So the only downside is that Sonic does not like, how should I say, I'm not very good with the homing attack on those last two egg pawns there, but never mind that, yeah. I think we get the cutscene just after this level, I'm not sure. Let's see if I'm right.
You know, as alien as this place is, there's something very Eggman-ish about it.
I think he's transforming it somehow, making it part of his theme park.
Attention guests, if you can hear this message, you are trespassing in an area still under renovation. If you are not a robot, please return to the main park areas and ignore anything evil you might have seen here. Thank you.
It looks like the theme of his park is universal domination and the conquest of alien races.
It's more than a theme, it's a reality. He's using them like some kind of living intergalactic gasoline.
That's pretty low, even for a sleazeball like Eggman.
Some displacement of indigenous aliens and destruction of natural resources may occur. Eggman Enterprises not responsible.
You getting any of that?
Yeah, they're totally freaked out. It sounds like they're in shock because of public transportation and a loony nurse. Oh no, wait, scratch that. They're in shock because of their planet's strange transformation and having been dragged across the universe.
Well, I still can't believe he kidnapped a whole planet. How does somebody do that?
They're saying it was either ice cream or a tractor beam.
Yeah, well, I'm going to guess it wasn't ice cream shooting out of those generators.
If it was, I would get one for back home.
Dude, I'd get two. Now, if everyone will excuse me, I'm going to put a stop to these renovations.
Well then, yeah. Apparently, Eggman is not above kidnapping a whole alien race. Who knew? Anyway, that being said, let's go to Act 5. Yeah, I don't have much to say about this one. It's another short one, seriously. But it is there. And it uses the hover wisp. Seriously. And it might use the ghost wisp as well. Let's see. But, yeah, and it also has the yellow blocks return as well. Oh yes, and in this act they are much harder to deal with because of the fact that the egg pawns are shooting them while they are placed over a bottomless pit, for example. Although I managed to save myself there by hugging the right wall and getting a rocket wisp, so yay! And would you know it, over to the left there is another red ring. Yes, we are now skydiving, so yeah, I do not want Sonic to die prematurely, if you know what I mean, because otherwise he would actually miss the ring and potentially, well, I can't say die because lives are not a thing in Ultimate, seriously. Also down there is a whole area full of yellow blocks, seriously. One way you can get through them is to boost. The only downside to this is that, well, yeah. There we go. And then just off to the left, there we go. Yeah, it's a bit easier with that purple wisp we will get after Asteroid Coaster, but we still have to go through Aquarium Park before we do that. So yeah. So I will indeed dodge under here. And now there's two ways you can go about this. The easiest way is just to attack the egg pawns, which I do. The other way is to use the platforms and potentially fall prey to the egg pawns, but there you go. There you go. And you can get the red ring by getting the last egg pawn there. Rather simples. And with that being said, now on to the last act in Planet Wisp, which of course is the aforementioned one where we have to do quite a bit of the thing. Also, you can see there all of the red rings being added to the Game Land. Yes, that giant thing with Sonic's head is called Game Land, where you play the Sonic Simulator to get Chaos Emeralds. However, you have to get all of the red rings in the game to get the Chaos Emeralds and therefore unlock Super Sonic. Anyway, that being said, here's Act 6, and firstly we start off grinding. Now, one thing you can do here along this segment is actually jump off after you reach the end, I think, of not the middle grind rail of these three, and that will allow us to die. Yes, certainly die. But that's not what I want to do at all. What I want to do is actually take the grind rail, well, jump between them, obviously, but, no. Really? Am I going to fall off again? Thankfully, no. Although, at least the accidental go backwards is not a thing in this game. Anyway, here's what I want to do. Instead of attacking the spinners, I want to go down here, because to the right of these invincible electrified spinners is a red ring. And indeed, then I can just land carefully on the grind rail. Not easy, but never mind that. And then we get a very nice little grind segment there, and finally into the level proper, where it genuinely just resembles one of the last acts, seriously. I think Sega were losing ideas here, because I think some of the level aesthetics for Planet Wisp, even though the music is awesome, not all of the level aesthetics are reused throughout. Again, to be fair, in something like Sonic Mania or Sonic Generations, that would be a given. Especially something like the 3DS version of Sonic Generations. Yes, I give it a lot of flack for how it did the some of the Sonic Adventure levels, but the Mega Drive levels, I have no problem with them. In fact, especially Casino Night, where they faithfully recreate most of the first act well, actually. Yeah, I'll take the Tails icon, and indeed, chill for a bit while I'm going on these things. Either that or go for the Hover Wisp over there. I already got the first red ring by doing that, but yeah, let's go over there and indeed use that and get up there. Seriously, I don't know why they even brought in the Ghost Wisp though. Seriously, the Hover Wisp flies about for longer. And again, I would say gimmicky, but all of the Wisps in Sonic Colors are gimmicky. Seriously, that's their whole thing. Is it me, or did they also recolor the blocks black here? Dead Squirrel or whatever they were called. And now I have to go all the way back through here, but never mind. Also, we will get the most infamous line in the game. And no, it's not Baldy McNosehair coming up before the next boss. I think you know what I mean, which in the era of... This game originally came out in 2010, and we've had no end of shit with YouTube's copyright system since. I think you know where I'm going with this, don't you? Anyway, that being said, before I go on, Hover Wisp, and indeed, let's use a light speed dash to go over here. So yeah, let's indeed get the Spike Wisp to get up here. And yes, I'll do a spin dash all the way up here, and indeed double jump. Now here's going to be a bit tougher with the Spike Wisp because, well, we'll see. Although maybe not. Apparently defeating egg pawns works well. You don't have to homing attack them, unlike in some other areas, if you know what I mean. But there you go. And I landed directly on the goal ring! Yay! And clear rank! Yay indeed. But yes, here comes the most infamous line in the game. You know which one I mean. Seriously. And in the era of YouTube and everything. Yeah. Also, Rival Rush, you get to race against Metal Sonic, who may as well just be a gimmick himself.
And there's the generator. It seems like these guys are getting harder and harder to find. I know for a fact these guys are getting harder to beat.
Please remember, all planets in Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park are, as far as you know, wholly owned properties of Eggman Enterprises and its subsidiaries. All unauthorized photography, video reproduction, or shutting down of generators is strictly prohibited. Thank you.
Eggman, I am going to save this planet, and I am going to free these aliens. No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me. We can save a lot of time and broken robots if you just quit now. You try to be reasonable.
The thing I did half expect with the bosses is that I expected the original version of the song to play here, given how the acts worked out, but no, they actually played the remix version, which I actually like more, seriously. But that being said, certainly for this boss. Anyway, for this boss, it's a bit harder version of the big boy, seriously. Because, unlike before, we don't get to use the laser wisp. And attacking him is that bit harder because you actually have to think about platforming. Oh, the shock horror. But, you can get the spike wisp, however, if you do. The only downside is that these platforms do go crazy. Seriously, they're like... Well, dare I even say it like the waltzer at the fun fair? I know, I don't know if they have that sort of thing in America, but a waltzer is kind of a huge round thing which allows you to think. But anyway, I digress. The main thing, I want to attack his head, and I think he went down easily. Seriously, just like the big boy.
Wow, sometimes I even impress myself. For a second there, I wasn't sure I was going to pull it off. Oh, who am I kidding? We both knew how this would end.
Are you talking to the broken robot who can't hear you?
Maybe. That's between me and the robot. See, the important thing here is the alien planet is free.
Absolutely.
So, we can just forget about the whole talking to dead robots thing, right?
Nope.
I knew you'd say that.
Oh, come on. I've seen you save the day a lot of times, but I've never seen you talk to a pile of metal.
Touché.